Hello and welcome. I'm Lynn of Lynn X Stitches Creates, and welcome to my Flosstube channel about count and cross stitch and the project bags I make. It is Monday, September 8th, 2025. This is episode 178. Welcome if you're new. I hope you enjoy my little corner of the Flosstube community. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate all your comments, well wishes, encouragement, definitely encouragement, because without some of you, some of the projects that I've been working on would not have been getting the progress that they really deserve. So it's been a week, mostly. Yeah, because I came to you last Tuesday. I can't say that I've done all that much other than same old, getting ready for my trip, taking care of my grandson, helping my daughter out because my grandson got sick and it was her infusion day. So I took her while he stayed home with his dad. We went to see a show at La Comedia. La Comedia is local dinner theater. It's up, it's north of Cincinnati, closer to Dayton. We're kind of, where we live, we're really right in the middle between Cincinnati and Dayton. So, yeah, so we went, and my husband's performed there many times, and he will be there again at Christmas time. So there will be more about that in probably next month. Once they start rehearsals and stuff, I'll talk more about that. But we had our next football game for the Gridiron Grind, and to celebrate, it's Monday, so Monday Night Football. I have my Peanuts Football League World Champs. Of course, Snoopy is there, established in 1950, and the number is 50 on the back because, of course, Peanuts were founded in 1950, or the first comic strip was published in 1950. And if you have missed it, if you're new and you've missed it, I'm going to host a SAL starting October 2nd, which is the 75th anniversary of the first time the Peanuts comic strip was published in a newspaper. I have a full coverage Snoopy that I'm a small one that I'm going to start. I do have a larger one that I'm going to kit up. I missed that 40% off all purchase coupon with Michaels to get my floss, but I'm going to start searching through my floss, see what I have, what I need for that full coverage, and then I'll be right on it the next time they have that coupon available. I think it's 30% off purchases right now, which is like, I think it'll be about 57 cents a skein, which is still a little bit much. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so if you'd like to join me, the hashtag is Snoopy's75Sal. You know, whether you have a big full coverage Snoopy you want to do, or you have a little ornament. I have some Snoopy ornaments that I've done. So, you know, whatever it is and you'd like to join me, please use the hashtag and tag me in it so I can see on Instagram. At Lynn X Stitches Creates is my Instagram handle. I do have a Lynn X Stitches account, but I do not use it. I have not posted on there for 2 years. So if you've tried to friend me on there and I've ignored it, that's why. I don't post on there. There's really no reason to be on there. So I just haven't taken it down because I like the pictures that I posted earlier. It's just a personal reference for me. So anyway, I was talking to you about my trip. I have got my, I'm going to be starting the day I leave because I'm flying to New York, and then I have about 10 hours I'm going to be waiting in the airport until the rest of my group, maybe it's only 8 hours until the rest of my group arrives, and I'll be by myself. So what better way to pass the time than to stitch? So I've got from Fine Frog Stitching, the Bird Globetrotter. So cute. He's not very big. He's 59 by 67. So a total of 2,196 stitches. So not bad at all. So cute. I've got my fabric that I'm going to use, and I created something. Now this is probably not something I'm going to sell unless I can figure out an easier way to do it. I had a little bit of trouble with the vinyl. I don't have a Teflon foot for my machine so that the foot doesn't stick. The way I do project bags, my presser foot is always on fabric. It's never on vinyl. But making this, I did have to go on the plastic. So I was using, if you've ever worked with vinyl, you know it comes with a tissue paper to keep it from sticking to itself. So I was using that and then just using it as a tearaway. But I made a little for all my floss bobbins, so that way they're pretty well stuck in there. They're not falling, and it's very flat, so it won't take up a lot of space in my backpack. I have my plan currently is to only do carry-ons for my 10-day trip. We'll see what happens. I've done it before, but last time my bag was a little different shape, but I don't want to use that bag because it's only a shoulder strap, and that's a lot of weight on my shoulder to carry, whereas my wheelie bag that fits in the overhead, Snoopy of course, shape-wise it might be a little smaller. I just have to play with all the ways you can pack. You know, I watch all those videos on how you should fold everything, and I'm thinking that's probably going to be the way I'll go, is I'll do all those folding techniques to get everything in and lined up. So we'll see. I'll let you know. I may have to give my sister-in-law some things to check in her bags on the way back, but we'll see. So that's all ready to go as my new start. I might bring a second project with me just in case I finish it. I mean, it's, what did I say, 2,100 stitches, so probably not going to be done in the day, especially with the color changes. But who knows? I might really get in the zone and it'll be done. I don't know. So what else? What have I actually worked on? Well, I pulled out another Fine Frog in the Fine Frog Stitching Crew. Or there's two different Facebook pages for Fine Frog Stitching. There's the regular Fine Frog Stitching Facebook page, and then there's the Fine Frog Stitching Crew. That's where a lot of the people are posting their work on the Twigs and Tea Sal, which I'll show you next. But there was a group of ladies that I think they started this, they said at StitchCon, or they were going to start it and finish at StitchCon. I've forgotten. But they're working on Amphibian Alchemist, and I had started that when we were in Ireland. And I'll put up the picture of where it was when I started. And this is where it is now. So I've added all up in here and over here. So the frog is starting to show. These are his eyes. And then of course his hat. I should have just enough. I measured this before I cut it. I don't always cut fabric because I don't trust myself to get it right. But love the fabric. It's a Bestitch Me fabric. I don't, do I have the name in here? I do not see the name. But I love him all the same. Then, you know, I was working last week on the Twigs and Tea Sal from Fine Frog Stitching. I was working to get all the frames done before this past Friday, when on September 5th is when the first part came out. And I have finished not only the frames, but I also finished part 1. So here we go. So I had to finish this frame here and add this whole chair and finish this chair. And now that they're done, I was able to center everything in the Q-snap. This is an 11 by 11 Q-snap, 16 count fabric. That was by Witch's Garden Crafts, and it's called Tea Time. It's the called for fabric. It came with the kit. And here is the first release. It is, I believe her name is Lucy Gooseneck. I will put it here if I'm wrong. She's got a cute little bow in her hair. So yeah, really cute. Very fiddly. Steph, I love it. I love the way it looks when it's done, but stitching it, I'm pulling my hair out a little bit. There are 5, 6 colors in this bow. Yeah. So, but look how pretty she looks. So, so pretty. And the colors just pop. So this Friday will be the second release, and it will be whatever's in between here. We're all assuming the table, and we get 2 weeks. This was 358, 398 stitches, I believe. But this is obviously going to be a whole lot more. Look at the amount of space. And we get 2 weeks for that. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish it before I leave on my trip. We shall see. But I'm gonna make a big effort because let's see. So the 12th is the next piece. Yeah, so the 26th is when the third piece will come out, and that's the Friday after I get back. So I don't want a whole lot of stitching left on that to come home to. So we'll see. And then, of course, I've got my gridiron grind piece. If you're not familiar with it, someone in the Full Coverage Fanatics, my brain, Full Coverage Fanatics came up with this idea of stitching with football teams and their scores. Some people are doing it very intense, you know, stitching for the number of fouls, the number of touchdowns, the number of penalties, etc. I'm keeping it simple. I am just stitching, I'm multiplying whatever my team scores by 10, and that's what I'm doing. I know people that had OSU in Florida this weekend are crying a little bit about that because OSU beat their team 70-0. And Florida, it was 77. I think the other team did get some points, but it wasn't much. So yeah, so with college football, the higher ranked they are, if they play the smaller schools in preseason just kind of as a warm-up for their team and to get their team a little more cohesive, for the big schools that are ranked, like OSU is ranked #1 this year, so far, and that gives their new members time to get used to TV cameras being there, because a lot of these games are shown on ESPN. So ESPN is there for game day, and it is, you know, for some of the kids that grew up in the small rural areas of Ohio, on, you know, in the farming areas. And I mean, the stadium is huge. So it's this huge stadium, and then you add the crowd, and then you add the TV, and it's a lot for them to get used to. So playing easier teams, so to speak, they're smaller schools. They're not the same. They're not to say that they're not good players, but it's not the same level. So, you know, it is what it is. And I feel bad for some of them sometimes, because I'll look at some of the names, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be a good game. They're going to get stumped. And it's sad, but it gives the higher ranked school a chance for their second and third string to play too. You know, having said all that, I'm stitching for Army. So last week they had quite the game. They played Tarleton State. They did lose, but in double overtime it was 27-30. So I put in 270 stitches on Who Let the Frogs Out. And then I loved it so much I kept going and put in another 270. This week they played Kansas State, and Kansas State was actually predicted to win, especially since it was at Kansas State. Army does not have a good history, football team wise, not the Army itself, football team wise, of away games. So they pulled it out. They won 24-21. It was a close game. It did not go into overtime. So I put in another 240 stitches on Who Let the Frogs Out. And here is where it is now. So I got the out. So we've got all the words in. Who Let the Frogs Out. I finished his hoop, the spool, and the pair of scissors. So it was a little bit more than 240 because I wanted to finish up the motif. But yeah, so cute. So now I know, yeah, the scissors are the top. So I know I can bring the fabric, I've got a lot down here, so I can bring it up a little bit so that it centers more in the Q-snap, but I won't move it quite yet. So they don't play this weekend, which I'm kind of sad about because they play while I'm away, but you know, it is what it is. They have a bye week, so they don't play until the 20th, and they're playing North Texas, so I don't know how that game will go. I don't know what kind of team North Texas is. Some of the southern teams can be pretty tough. So, Stitching Goddess Designs has a new shirt out to wear while you're stitching during the football games. I do not have any haul to show. Something happened. My email has been wiggy, and I did not get an invoice from Stacy until just this weekend for my Athena's monthly floss club. I have paid that now, and it is on its way. It's probably not going to be here till tomorrow. So if I had filmed on Tuesday, it would be fine. But I wanted to film today. I did receive from Forbidden Fiber Co. my Sherlock Holmes box. This is the October Halloween Whodunit mystery box. This will start October 1st. I will do an unboxing for it, but not right now. I'm not going to do it on the video. I'm going to do a separate video for that. So be watching for that. And that'll be probably today, tomorrow, Wednesday, something like that. I'll do that. And yeah, I don't have, I want to say I ordered something else from somebody. Oh, but that's not coming yet. And I talked about that last week. I did order Chantal's 141 Christmas ornament pack. So I will be getting that. But yeah, other than that, I'm kind of in I guess I'm sort of in, I'm getting ready for my trip. So I've been ordering stuff, clothing, bras, blah, 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 stuff for that. And kind of saving it so that if I see a store in one of the, now I've looked at the list. I have not seen anything. One of Instagram people that I follow, a designer who's in Spain, in Barcelona, she did recommend 2 stores to me. So if I have time, Barcelona is like our last stop, so I don't know if I'll have time before we leave to get there, but I'm going to try to get to at least one of them. From what she says, where it's located, it should be within walking distance of my hotel, I'm hoping. But, you know, I'll look around. I keep my internet on my phone when I'm traveling in Europe, and I can Google in English, you know, cross-stitch store and see what comes up. Sometimes it's pretty accurate and sometimes it's not. So we'll see what happens. So other than that, getting ready for my trip, getting ready for the Snoopy Sal, getting ready for Flippin' Fiber Co. Whodunit. Looking forward to seeing my advent calendars as they come in. Getting, you know, we're almost to Halloween, which means Christmas is right around the corner. And that is my favorite time of the year. I usually wait until after Thanksgiving to decorate, but I didn't. I did that last year and then was just in a slump. So this year I'm not going to wait. If the mood takes me in November, at the beginning of November, I'm going to start to clean and decorate and make my house a happy place, because we all deserve some happy right now. At any rate, I'll stop babbling. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.